Welcome back. Started 2026. We're here. Airlock After Dark is back. We got a banger to start it out. We've got Bryan Evans here. Let's give him a hand. I think everybody already knows the deal with Airlock After Dark. I don't think it's anybody's first day. Oh, just kidding. We got a couple. But I think you guys will figure it out. There's free drinks provided by our sponsor, Old Greg Brewing Company. There's also free element in the keg. We're going to do a little instruction. We're going to do a little chat. And then we're going to have a bunch of rolling, turn the lights crazy for some cosmic rolling. I think that's it. Airlock After Dark 11, started 2026. It's a big deal. Bryan, take us away. All yours, brother.
All right. Thanks for having me, guys. I appreciate it. Let's just get started. I wanted to try to get you guys something that you'll be able to take away from today and be able to use it tomorrow. So nothing too crazy, but a little adaptation of how to control from side control to a kimura without losing position, and something that will be effective in several different positions from that side, depending on what your partner is doing. So I need to borrow, can I borrow you, sir? Slide down right here if you don't mind. So whenever we're in a side control position, we're not going to go over how we got to the side. That's later on. You guys doing your guard passing. We're going to say we got to the side, we've beaten the legs. So we got to make sure we keep these legs beat. When I have my side control, I like to make sure my hip is on my partner's body, my leg is straight to this side, and my secondary foot is driving into the mat. I don't care what he does with this leg, it's not going to bother me any. But this hip-to-hip pressure is essential for control, okay? Because my system, the Lovato system and Six Blades, is all about pressure and control. So as we're here, one of the few things that he's going to do, he's going to frame. And when he frames, he's going to be pushing me up and out a little bit to get that guard back. We want to prevent that. The way we're going to prevent that is as he's starting to frame, we're now going to take our secondary hand, we're going to throw it all the way over to the elbow deep, and then I'm going to shift and sit on the shoulder, never on the mat. I have to be elbow deep right here. If I'm on his shoulder, he can start to cross-face me, push me, and do things like right here. That will give me a big old hip bump. He can start pushing me over and getting into a better position. So I want to make sure that once I have my position, I'm here nice and tight, he's giving me that frame. I come over super deep. Sorry. I'm not used to these things. I come in really deep. Now when he goes to use that hand, it's a lonely hand. It's just sitting there. That means I'm going to grab the wrist and then grab my own wrist. Once I start moving to the side, I'm going to pin his hand to the mat. Look how I use my knee to push his arm up. Then I come over, lift him up, and finish the kimura. So let's start this in pieces. So all I want you guys to do right now is get to a nice strong side control. They start to lift, come over the top, shift your hips, not your legs. Don't shift your base. Just your hips and sit on that shoulder. From here, I want you to control your partner. Go ahead and move around a little bit. Just control him here. He's got nowhere to go. Do that about 3 or 4 times, and then we'll go to the next step. All right? So partner up, start on 2. 1, 2. All right, let's get that hip to hip pressure. Yeah, this hip. That hip to his hip. Yes. Yes, ma'am. Good. So right here, he's going to start framing against you to start getting his space. When he does that, come all the way into that elbow. Now try to sit your hip on his shoulder. Perfect. You can use this hand on the knee to control his movement. So when he tries to escape, you have a really wide base, control that arm, and control the legs. Drop this hip. There you go. You see how you need that I want this hip on his hip. There's your control. There, he's good. Now he starts to frame hard. Yes. See how your elbow is on his shoulder? This elbow needs to be under. Yes, much better. Good. Good. So now you've already put your arm over, right? Now sit your hip on his shoulder, this hip. Turn this way. Smush his face a little bit right there. Keep this foot in front. Now you're in a good position. This hand, this should be under. This hand, but this arm, control his leg. Now when he moves around, you should be able to control him pretty good. Nice, good. Beautiful. Let's think about what we're doing. So do our side control again. Good, this is good. He goes to frame. Take this arm all the way around, like this. And pull this arm out. Pull this arm out. Nope. Yeah, you're fine right here. Keep this down on the mat and sit down on his shoulder if you can. Sit to the side. There you go. This hand should go to his leg. Now you don't want to fall off, so you need a really wide base. There you go. So it goes to frame first. Yep, that's fine. Good.
And you're just kind of holding this and.
But I need this even higher up.
Okay.
And keep your elbow on the mat. Good. And sit on that shoulder. Nice. Good. There you go. Sit on the shoulder. But look at your feet. Let me show you real quick. Check this out. So once I'm here, I'm giving him this pressure. He should feel that rib and that hip pressing down a little bit. He goes to frame. When he starts to frame me up, I come up underneath. I get this lock in, and I sit right here. So now when he moves around, I have good control over everything he's going to do, and I'm going to start setting up my Kimura from here. Does that make sense?
Yeah, let me try.
Good. Nice. So just control his legs. He's going to give you that arm eventually. You don't have to fight for it. When you try to push his legs down and control, he's going to try to do something with his hand. Then you use that. Then you grab it. Now grab that wrist. And we're going to do this in a minute. Does it feel good? Do you feel like you can move your upper torso? That's good. As long as you're not sitting on the mat. Nice. Good. How does it feel?
Pretty good.
Yeah?
Yeah, appreciate it.
All right. Let's go ahead and break. All right, so remember that crossover is gonna happen at the same time I'm turning my hips. Everything is one piece, right? So right here, when I have a good side control, I wanna give him the business. He's gotta earn whatever escape he's gonna do. So if he starts to escape, go ahead and escape. He's gotta earn it. So from here, as I'm still kicking my legs free, I'm here. Now he's framing hard. Once I come around, I get my sit. I'm in a really good position here. So, turn. Once I'm here, I'm in control. Now, I search for that arm, and I lock my hands together. I pinned his arm to the ground. When I grab the Kimura, I'm grabbing half hand, half wrist. Don't just go to the wrist. Once you're here and you pin, then I'm gonna shift my hips, bring my bottom leg through. Step over, pull him up. Stay on your toes. Lift, and finish. Does that make sense? Man. I'm not good with mics, I guess. So he's starting to give me the, yes, he's trying to escape. I'm keeping him at bay. Then I'm gonna come over, make my switch, right? There's the hands coming in, get the grip. Switch, bottom knee comes through, step over. Use that foot to elevate. On your toes, whip, and finish. Let's try that on 3. 1, 2, 3. I'm sorry, man.
No, it's not your fault. You're just moving. I bet this sounds great on the live stream. Me like cranking on the microphone. All right.
Maybe I'll put it on this side. Now re-switch your legs. Good. Now come up to your knees. Roll him up. Stay on your toes. Good. Beautiful. Good. How does it feel? So the only
I felt a little sloppy coming in. On your top. Yeah.
So the only correction I have for you is at the end. You're kind of leg up and foot down. If you put both your knees down and pinch and stay on your heels, on your toes, that's gonna force you forward. That's where you get all of this pressure. If you're simply like this, then in order to finish the core, you have to make all these adjustments. And those little adjustments are windows for you to escape.
So stay on the knees is tighter.
Stay on your knees, on your toes, and lean forward.
Okay.
And then rip it to the side.
Rip it.
For you, as being a partner on the bottom, make sure you're framing her away from you like you're really trying to escape. Don't just kind of feed the hand. So she gets a true feel of what that's like.
Oh, okay.
And the entry's gonna feel better. Yeah.
So you start now. Kirby joined a little late.
That's okay. So get into his normal side control he would do. So he's gonna frame. As he starts to frame and push you up, I want you to take this hand out and come all the way around to your elbow deep. Elbow on the mat. Drop your hips on his shoulder. Just like that. Use this hand to control his legs. Now, when he's starting to try to get out of position, you're gonna grab his wrist for the kimura. Yep, grab your own wrist. Now, slide over to his head and north-south. Lift him up, knees on the mat. Yep, both knees on the mat if you can. Okay, on your toes, and that's how you hit the kimura. Now, he's got a defense here, look. That arm is free.
Yeah.
So you know he's gonna grab his hands together.
Yeah.
So before you do the kimura, I want you to collect this. So bring your foot, put it in the middle. Now kick it back. Now he doesn't have that anymore. So right here. Bend this, just like that. Now lift it up this to your chest. Now turn your whole body this direction. Keep going, keep turning, keep turning. You'll feel the tap. There it is, nice. Now make sure you drop both of your knees on each side of his head. Sit up straight, and then go. Yeah, nice and easy, good. Some of us just do whatever we want to do, right?
Pull it up. Pull it up. Pull it up and do it. Pull it up. Put the feeling in it.
Nice. Good, get on those toes. Perfect. Nice, good job. Make that switch, kick, knees, toes. Good, very nice. All right, let's break. Nice job. All right, so now watch, check this out. This is why I wanted to show this particular thing. It's not groundbreaking, but it's the little movements, and let me tell you, man, if you say micro adjustments, I'm gonna come unglued. All right, but it's the little movements that count, you know. So we just worked this, this basically pin. When you're on top, what is one of your main goals, one of your main objectives whenever you're on top of somebody? Does anybody know? What's that? Pin them, right? Which means making them go what? Flat. I want him as flat as possible at all times. If I'm here and he's on his side, he's got fight. You know, he might not, you know, it's possible he might not get too far, but I don't have anywhere to go either. I got to get him flat. And likewise, for him on the bottom, he wants frames and space to be able to get room to get his attacks going because I'm in a control position. So what this position does, as he's pushing me off, is it allows me to flatten him out fully. Now he's stuck, right? And I'm comfortable here. You can switch your base if you want or go non-switch, it doesn't matter. I prefer non-switch because a lot of times I use this as a straight in to the mount, and I'm a gi guy. So I would go right into the collar right here with the gi and then set it up for my finish on top, okay? This is the way I finish a lot from this position. But let me show you this, he half guards. If he half guards, everything's the same, right? I have my knee in nice and tight right here. He's pushing me up. I still come to here. I'm still in his half guard, but now I'm gonna push this in. There we are. And now everything is just cake, right? Let's say I'm inside control, but he underhooks. Everything's the same. Heavy. He's mine. Does that make sense? So we're using the same movements for 3 different positions. Okay? The concept's all the same. We just got to make sure we're what? Keeping him as flat as we possibly can. Does that make sense? So what I want you guys to do is just kind of play around with it. Have your partner do you a half guard. Don't think of yourself, when you're on top and he has the half guard, for a positive mindset, half guard. My positive mindset, I'm half mounted. So I'm in half mount, right? Don't think of anything different than what you just practiced. As he's getting space, I'm coming around. Everything's the same. Look at him hooking underneath, see that? Great. Now I'm exactly where I was just a second ago, right? And we're here. So I want you to just get with your partner and start just kind of messing with those ideas. Have them defend in different ways, but don't change your technique. The one thing I will say, if I'm in a half guard and I do get lucky enough, what's your name? Zane, I get lucky enough to catch Zane in this position. I can pin his arm, and instead of doing anything funky, I put my head on the ground, and I'd walk over his head, and then I'd finish. So grab your partner, just play around a little bit. On 2, 1, 2. Thank you, sir. Thank you. What? It's good stuff. What's that? Oh, the last one from the half guard?
Yeah, that's dangerous, man.
Yeah, that's a good one. I came up with that one when dealing with my brother is a black belt as well, and dealing with his deep half guard. So pushing the head, coming over the top. So I started pinning his hand in Kimura, and it started landing every time. So that's where I got it from. So freeze. Look at this. Look at this. All the way up here. This arm. All the way up here.
This one?
Yeah, pin it to the ground. You're trying to flatten him out. There you go. That's better. So if you can get this elbow even further down, it's even better. Yes. Now he has less use of this arm. Right? He can move it around a little bit, but he can't like bridge you over and extend his shoulder anymore because you have it deeper. Now he's good to go. Now from here, just put your head on the mat. Hop over his head with that leg. Just sit up and finish. Boom. Done. So get back to your side control where you were. Okay, let's do the whole sequence. Okay, it's half guard. He frames, you get underneath that thing. Come all the way under. See right here? Make sure this elbow is down there. Nice. So now you're in a great position. He's still locking his half guard. So sit up the Kimura. Now put your head on the mat down there. Now hop this leg over his head. Now sit up and finish. Boom. Nice. Good. No. I mean, he can try to do something with it, but he's going to lose his shoulder. Yes, sir.
They're like, I don't know what's going on.
Nice. One of my favorites right there.
That detail,
One.
like just going back.
Yeah.
And so
I do
makes
this.
it even tighter.
I'll show you what I do a lot. To set up my Kimura, I do a lot of just driving into north-south and hooking the same way. And once I'm here, I bring my foot up, try to trap his arm if I can, and I put my leg out this way. This is my propulsion unit, right? Boom.
Try and free this.
Now he's
And
mine.
go to mount is an
And once I squeeze and I'm on my
option.
toes,
Baseball slide that
the
knee
reason
over
why I'm on
my
my toes
Right.
is it forces me forward. If I'm flat, I sit down. And I'm gonna have to make an adjustment to finish. So I stay on my toes, and I rip
Stay here.
and finish to the side. And you always have the prison rules.
Go real high with your ass in the air.
Hop over that leg. Just the right leg. Knee down, put your knee down. Now sit up and finish. Nice. You guys good? You trying it?
Tried.
Let me see. Let me see you go.
So I can fall in and then
Good. So you're gonna push him. So bring this arm out and go like this. Now sit your hip right down on his shoulder a little bit, right there. Good. Now this hand comes out. Hold his knee. Keep this like this. So when he moves around, he can't move very good, right? So he's gonna move his hand like this, grab his wrist. Now grab your wrist. No, don't use your thumb. Pin it to the ground. Good. Now, walk yourself over here so your feet are almost touching the wall. Keep walking, keep walking. Now put one knee right here. The other knee right there. Now lift him up this direction. There's your Kimura, look. Oh! Tap, good. Give me 5. That's your Kimura, buddy. Good. Yeah, on your toes. Now, kind of drive down a little bit, and then rip to the left, and then up and to the right. Nice, good. Can I do one last thing? One last thing? All right, break real quick. Nice. 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 Now walk your feet over by his head. This way. More. And then go like this. Put your knees on the ground. One here, one there. Now lift him up. Don't let go of his arm now. Don't let go of his arm. Right there. Grab his wrist right here. Grab your own wrist right there. Nope. This one. This stays here. Don't move it. Now this one grabs your own wrist right there. Now take him this way. Look. Oh, there's the tap. All right, so check this out real quick. Can I borrow you? Just on your side. The Kimura details itself, right? So he's gonna be on his side. Now turn this way. Yeah, just side. So if I don't have this arm trapped, he's gonna use it for defense. We all know that, right? So I'm gonna do everything I can to collect that arm, okay? So I'm really looking at collecting that arm. Even if I can't collect it, just to shin over it works. You're on your toes. Really work on grabbing half hand, half wrist. The reason is I can manipulate that hand a lot easier than I can the whole arm. So, like I said, I do a lot of gi. Let's just say, for instance, there was a rule in no gi that you can grab your pants. So he grabs his pants for some reason. If I just grab here, I'm not gonna be able to pull that loose. But if I have half the hand, I can start peeling it down. And my feet are in, so I'm driving in. The thing about the Kimura is you want to execute the Kimura on your time, not his time. So you just wait on it. Don't go on 3. Everybody goes on 3. Just, when you're ready, you're driving pressure, hold him tight, boom, there's your first move. And then you don't let him go. You come up over, and then you finish it. So make sure it's on your time. He might even bring this leg up and grab his thigh, right? This happens all the time. I'll come down and grab his fingers, make a fist, rip it off, same grip. So make sure when you're doing your Kimura, half hand, half wrist, and then you want to rip it on your time, not theirs. Does that make sense? All right, that's all I got, guys. Thank you. Thank you,
All right. Thanks, Bryan. Here, have a seat with me, would you?
Yeah.
All right, we always like to soak up a little knowledge from our guest. So first off, how long have you been doing jiu-jitsu for? Can you tell us?
26 years.
26 years.
I started in 1999. When I started in 1999, the highest ranked person in Austin was a purple belt. They were gods. And the only black belt in Texas was Carlos Machado in Dallas.
Wow, that's amazing. There's a couple degrees on that black belt of yours, aren't there?
4, yes.
4? Phenomenal. That's
Been a
awesome.
black belt for 14 years now under Rafael Lovato Jr.
Wonderful. So I was hearing you talk, we were talking in the parking lot about all the different classes that you'd be teaching maybe in a day. Like maybe you got 6 a.m., maybe you got noon after that,
Right.
then multiple kids classes, then evening class. I like to complain because I got sometimes the mornings and then the kids. That's like, oh man, that's a lot for me. The day you described sounds insane. What keeps you doing that every day, able to show up and give it your best?
I know my why, and everybody in jiu-jitsu should have a why you're doing it, why you're participating in this amazing, beautiful martial art that's not just an amazing sport, but a deadly self-defense system. And it's beautiful in its nature. So I know my why. I do it for several reasons, and if I did not have my why set down, I probably would have quit a long time ago, because I teach about 22 classes a week. Been doing that for the last 15 years. So I might not be the most active competitor, but I put out some pretty good competitors, and I do compete from time to time on my own just to continuously test my own level. When it comes to self-defense, people join jiu-jitsu for self-defense. I don't force people to compete at my academy, but I highly encourage everybody to do it. The reason why is if you're doing anything for self-defense, the only way to understand if you're a fight or flight and if you are going to be able to handle yourself in a situation is to put yourself where you have to learn how to control your adrenaline. And the only way to do that is active competition. And once you understand how to control your adrenaline in competition, then self-defense is the same thing.
Phenomenal. I like that we start our kids competing too, because it's like they're dealing with that at such a young age. The first thing is some tears, but then they're kind of over it, right? You know,
tears.
it fades. Very cool. All right, the question I always ask everybody is if you could fight anybody in the world, it could be alive, dead, or even fictional, who are you fighting and what submission are you hunting?
Oh my goodness. That's a big question. I don't know, I wish I had some grand, like, super answer for that. Personally, let's see. I don't know. Somebody in my weight class, of course. That's a hard one to answer. You know, I would like to get my paws on my own instructor, Rafael Lovato Jr. Got you.
Excellent.
He's already beat me a million times. So.
And what submission are we looking for?
I'm a sucker for the Kimura. I love straight ankle locks and the omoplata.
Beautiful.
My go-tos.
Beautiful. All right, you've been called out. I don't know if that was a good call or not.
I'll see him this year.
All right, good call. I think that's all I got for you folks. We're about to turn the lights off. Look, I'm still trying not to cough. Man, it's been a long time. We're about to turn on the crazy lights. We're going to do some cosmic rolling. If you missed it, YouTube, you missed it. You know, hopefully you got some knowledge. Come join us next time. Thanks to our sponsor, Old Greg, for the beer. Everybody, you know what to do. Let's get a quick pick, and then we party. Sound good? Bryan Evans, thank you so much.
Thank you.
And cut 'em.